Hi guys, so today I'm going to be talking about shelves and doll displays. And I want to start off by saying a shelf is pretty much like an investment in a way, because you have to make sure that you get something that's durable, that's going to last you a long time, and that's going to fit your needs. My specific needs, for example, I needed something that has adjustable shelves, so this means I can move them around however I want, and each shelf space is going to have its own specific height. And this was really important to me because I have lots of different doll types in there, and they're all different heights, so I need to be able to move them around. So I would stay away from like $20, $30 Walmart shelves. I had one, and it was that like sort of cork looking material, and it did not last me very long. It was just a waste of money at the end of the day, so just avoid those. I would recommend the Billy bookcase from IKEA, which I think they make it in different heights. I'm going to explain to you guys how I set up my displays. So of course we start off with the top space up there. I can barely reach up there, so the important thing was to take advantage of that space by putting stuff that I don't need to play around with that often. So for me that meant the Lala Loopsy doll that I said I didn't know what to do with in her review, the Amazon exclusive Draculaura doll that I'm kind of reboxed, some small vinyls, some plushies, and that was that. Take advantage of all that space. The second shelf, what I did is I built it around a theme. So you can see here I have some books, but then I have the Alice in Wonderland book, and I have all my Alice in Wonderland stuff, starting with the Ever After High dolls, and then the Pop Funko vinyls, and Disney Tsum Tsums, and of course the book. And then over here on this side I have all my Disney Princess dolls, and some Disney Tsum Tsums, and some more Pop Funko vinyls. So I was able to take advantage of that entire shelf. For this shelf, what I did is I put in some of my favorite Monster High dolls, and then mostly all of my Ever After High dolls, because I have condensed my collection a lot. So here my main priority was getting in as much of them as I could, and what I did is I have some in the back row and then some in the front row, and they're sitting down so that they're not blocking the view of the ones in the back row. And I think that's something that you should definitely consider. And then what you see over here is a tip I got from My Froggy Stuff, which is a really great YouTube channel you should all check out. I will link you guys to the video, but it's pretty much a magazine rack that you use to put in all your extra dolls like I did. She'll explain it so much better in her video. And then you can also take advantage of the leftover space by putting your small figurines in there. For this shelf I did something completely different. I gave them a setting, and this is a bedroom setting. At first I was going to do a sleepover thing, but that didn't really work out, so I ended up giving them a storyline where they're like a fashion design house and they're planning their next runway show. So I just put in some of my favorites and taking part in some type of activity like taking notes, photographer, doing some research, picking out some music, just kind of standing around talking, you know, just pretty much looking like they're doing something. And this is a bedroom display that I'm still going to be working on and adding some more things. What was important for me here is getting plenty of miniatures over here, like this shelf, some phones, some beauty miniatures, stuffed animals, this little carpet, their phones. That really, you know, makes it look like an actual room. Down here I keep my 16-inch dolls and my 18-inch dolls, these four girls over here. And what I did with them is, because they are the tallest, I have them sitting down so that I can conserve more space in that shelf. So I only needed to worry about the 16-inch dolls fitting in as opposed to the taller ones. I built a little sofa for them, and I just have them sitting down, and that helps me conserve space this way as well as that way. So that really worked out for me. And then down here, the bottom shelf doesn't really need to be the prettiest shelf because it is at the bottom. This is where you can put stuff that, you know, you're still working on or that you want to work on. And over here you see another one of these with the rest of my Monster High dolls. And I'm going to work on these three girls still. They're not done yet. And I'll fill in this space with my custom Monster High dolls. So you might be wondering, where are the rest of my Bratz dolls? Because I do have a huge collection. So what I did is take advantage of the drawer that is under my bed. And this is also an IKEA bed, so not everybody might have the same bed as me. So if yours doesn't have drawers underneath, you can easily get one of those under the bed storage boxes that people use for their shoes, etc. And you can put your dolls in there. Lastly, another option to consider are these shelves that go right on your wall. So they're going to be much higher usually. And what I did here also is take advantage of the space by putting my tallest dolls all the way in the back and then organizing them by height. And I even took advantage of the little hook spaces underneath. And I put in 2 of the ghost dolls. And then I hung these little plushes that came in my Doki Doki crate. Lastly, another thing here, obviously you have furniture that is used for stuff that has nothing to do with dolls. So this is where I keep my TV, my DVDs and such. But I did pick out some nice ones with stands that fill up the empty space, and that's, you know, another idea. But it also became my work in progress space. So this is where I have my Bratz that just got their movie bodies that need to be dressed. And very quickly, in terms of posing, the best advice I can give you is, once you consider how much articulation is available for you to use, where you're going to display it, and what it's going to be surrounded by, you can figure out what kind of pose you want to put the doll in. For example, like she's just sitting down because I don't have a stand for her. This girl in the back, she's in this pose because her sweater's oversized, so she's kind of holding on to it, and that's what I did for her. And then another thing you can do is give them a little prop to hold. For example, these 2 girls have little stuffed animals. And then another tip I can give you is think about poses that you would do for pictures. And that's pretty much it for this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it and that you were able to get some good tips from me. If you have any questions, please do leave some comments and I will answer them as best as I can. Thank you so much for watching and see you guys next time. Bye!